Let me extend a very warm, very cordial welcome to each and every one of you this morning. Those of you who have taken the time and made the effort to join us physically here at the Mandir. And for those of you who may be viewing us online, either on YouTube or Facebook, Shubh Swagatam. This morning, our footsteps having led us to the Mandir, we come in the presence of Bhagwan, filled with our love for Him, filled with our devotion, and seeking His blessing, His inspiration, and continued protection. This morning, as we commence our satsang, I invite us all to gaze at the murtis before us. Look at the compassionate, smiling demeanor of Bhagwan. That love that is being portrayed, that love that only that universal being could have for children. And as we immerse ourselves in the presence of that divine being, let us indeed continue to draw that inspiration, that we would remedy our imperfections, that we would remove from our mind all anxiety and all difficulty, and that we would indeed live and be our best persons so that we can develop our true capabilities. Let us all now stand, assuming that position of reverence, that prayerful demeanor. We join our palms together as we engage now in invocation. Hari Om Shri Ganeshaya Namaha Om Shri Saraswate Namaha Om Shri Guru Charana Kamalebhyo Namaha Vakratunda Mahakaya Surya Koti Samaprabha Nirvignam Guru Me Deva Sarvakareshu Sarvara Jayanti Mangala Kali Bhadrakali Kapalini Durga Kshama Shiva Dhatri Swaha Sudha Namostute Vasudeva Sutam Devam Kamsachanuramardanam Devaki Paramanandam Krishnam Bande Jagadguru Nagindraharaya Trilochanaya Bhasmam Garagaya Maheshwaraya Nityaya Shuddhaya Digambaragaya Tasmai Nakaraya Namah Shivaya Om Namah Shivaya Ramaya Ramabhadraya Ramachandramavedase Raghunathaya Nathaya Sitaye Pataye Namaha Om Manujavam Marutatulivegyam Jetindriyam Buddhimatam Varishtam Vatatmajam Vanaryutamukam Shri Ramadutam Shirshi Namami Om Shanti 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 Hari Om. Beti, let's resume our seats. And as we engage now in Kirtan, let us all glorify Bhagwan, blending our voices together, clapping, singing together as we engage in Kirtan.
Jai Ganaraya, Sri Ganaraya, Jai Ganaraya, Sri Ganaraya, Mangala Murti Modeya.
Jai Ganaraya, Shri Ganaraya, Mangala Murti Modeya.
Jai Ganaraya, Sri Ganaraya, Jai Ganaraya, Sri Ganaraya, Mangala Murti Modeya.
Jai Ganaraya, Shri Ganaraya, Mangala Murti Modeya.
Mangala Murti Modeya.
Mangala Murti Modeya.
Siddhi Vinayaka Mangaladata.
Siddhi Vinayaka Mangaladata.
Siddhi Vinayaka Mangaladata.
Siddhi Vinayaka
सिद्धिविनायक मंगलदायक मंगलमूर्ति मोरया।
सिद्धि विनायक मंगलदायक मंगलमूर्ति मोरया।
अष्टविनायक मंगलदायक मंगलमूर्ति मोरया।
अष्टविनायक मंगलदायक मंगलमूर्ति मोरया।
जय गणराया श्री गणराया, जय गणराया श्री गणराया मंगलमूर्ति मोरया।
जय गणराया श्री गणराया मंगलमूर्ति मोरया।
मंगलमूर्ति मोरया।
मंगलमूर्ति मोरया।
सिंदूर वदना पंकज रमणा।
सिंदूर वदना पंकज रमणा।
सिंदूर वदना पंकज रमणा।
सिंदूर वदना पंकज रमणा।
सिंदूर वरना पंकज रमणा गणपति बाप्पा मोरया।
सिंदूर वदना पंकज रमणा गणपति बाप्पा मोरया।
सिंदूर वरना पंकज रमणा गणपति बाप्पा मोरया।
सिंदूर वदना पंकज रमणा गणपति बाप्पा मोरया।
जय गणराया श्री गणराया, जय गणराया श्री गणराया मंगलमूर्ति मोरया।
जय गणराया श्री गणराया मंगलमूर्ति मोरया।
जय गणराया श्री गणराया, जय गणराया श्री गणराया मंगलमूर्ति मोरया।
जय गणराया श्री गणराया मंगलमूर्ति मोरया।
ओ मंगलमूर्ति मोरया।
मंगलमूर्ति मोरया।
ओ मंगलमूर्ति मोरया।
मंगलमूर्ति मोरया।
प्रेम से बोले श्री गणेश भगवान की जय. As we continue with Kirtan at this time, we are aware that Navratri starts on Tuesday coming, that's the 9th of April, and we will be having evening satsangs with puja starting at 6 p.m. every evening. You're all invited. We should be finished by about 7:30 on each occasion. And during the period of Navratri, one of the ways in which we glorify the Divine Mother is through the singing of her Chalisa. This morning we will join together as we render the verses of Durga Chalisa. We invite us all to gaze at the wonderful form of the Divine Mother before us, and let us focus our mind as we join in praise in singing the Durga Chalisa.
जय श्री दुर्गा अंबिका जगत पालिनी मात। तुमरो चालीसा रचू की जय मोहि सनात। नमो नमो दुर्गे सुख करणी। नमो नमो अम्बे दुख हरणी। निरंकार है ज्योति तुम्हारी। तीनों लोग फैले उजियारी। चंद्रललाट मुख महाविशाला। नेत्र लाल भृगुति विकराला। रूप मात को अधिक सुहावे। दर्श करत जनहति सुख पावे। महिमा अमित न जात बखानी मातंगी धूमावती माता भुवनेश्वरी बगला सुखदाता श्री भैरव तारा जगतारण चिन्ह भाल भव दुख निवारण जय अम्बे जगदम्बे मैया जय अम्बे जगदम्बे हे हरि वाहन सोहे भवानी लांगुर वीर चलत अगवानी गढ़ में खापर खड़ग विराजे जाको देख काल दरबाजे सोहे अस्त्र और त्रिशूला जाते उठत शत्रु ही अशूला नगर कोटि में तुम ही विराजत तीनहु लोक मृदंगा बाजत जय अम्बे जगदम्बे मैया जय अम्बे जगदम्बे शुंभनि शुंभ दानव तुम मारे रक्त बीज संघन संहारे महिषासुर नृपति अभिमानी रही अजभार मही अकुलानी रूप करा काली को धारा सेन सहित तुम तेहि संहारा परिकाद संतन पर जब जब पैसा है मातु तुम तब तब जय अम्बे जगदम्बे मैया जय अम्बे जगदम्बे अमरपुरी और वासव लोका तब महिमा सब कहे अशोका ज्वाला में है ज्योति तुम्हारी तुम ही सदा पूजत नर नारी प्रेम भक्ति से जो यस गावे दुख दारिद्र निकट नहीं आवे ध्यावे तुम जो नर मन लाई जन्म मरण ते सो छुट जाई जय अम्बे जगदम्बे मैया जय अम्बे जगदम्बे योगी सुर मुनि कहत पुकारी योग न हुई बिन शक्ति तुम्हारी शंकर आचार्य तब कीनो काम क्रोध जीते सब लीनो विष दिन ध्यान धरत शंकर को काहू काल नहीं सुमिरो तुमको शक्ति रूप को मर मन पायो शक्ति गई तब मन पछतायो जय अम्बे जगदम्बे मैया जय अम्बे जगदम्बे शरणागत हुई कीर्ति बखानी जय 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 जगदम्ब भवानी भये प्रसन्नादि जगदम्बा दय शक्ति नहीं कीन विलम्बा मोको मात काश अति घेरो तुम बिन कौन हरे दुख मेरो आशा कृष्णा निपत सतावे प्रभु मूरख मोहि अति धर पावे जय अम्बे जगदम्बे मैया जय अम्बे जगदम्बे शत्रुनाश की जय महारानी सुमिरो एक चित तुम ही भवानी करो कृपा हे मातु दयाला
Ad Shakti Jagadamba Devi Maya Ki Jai. On the 16th of April will be the concluding evening of Navaratri. It will also be the day that we mark the celebration of Ram Navami. On that evening, puja will commence at the Bedi from about 4:30 p.m. And once that puja is completed, we will move straight into Palana Puja, where we worship Prabhu Shri Ram in his form when he emerged and took that form of the baby in the house of Raja Dashrath. And as we celebrate Ram Navami, one of the seminal selections that are used to worship Bhagwan, particularly the Katha, Ram Katha, would be Ramayana Sumiran. Pandit Devendra has been leading us through the verses of Ramayana Sumiran for most of this year. And so this morning, as we prepare ourselves to celebrate Ram Navami, which will be on the 16th of April, we join now with members of the group as they render the verses of the Ramayana Sumiran. Let us all look at the screens. The words are there. Some of you may have copies, and let us all join in singing together.
जो सुमिरत सिद्धि हो गणनायक करिवर वदना करहु अनुग्रह सो बुद्धि राशि शुभ गुण सदना चढ़े गिरिवर गहना जासु कृपा सुदया द्रवहु सकल कलिमल दहना नील सरो रुहश्याम तरुण अरुण मारिच नयना करहु सुमम उर्धान सराशीर सागर शयना कुंद इंदु समदेव उमारमण करुणायना जाहि दीर्घ पढ़ने करो कृपा मर्दन मयना बंदो गुरु पर गंज कृपा सिंधु नर रूप हरि महामोह तम पूज जासु वचन रवि कर निकरा जो सुमिरत सिद्धि होय गणनायक करिवर वदना करहु अनुग्रह सो बुद्धि राशि शुभ गुण सदना बुद्धि राशि शुभ गुण सदना बुद्धि राशि शुभ गुण सदना
Prem se bole Shri Ramachandra Bhagwan Ki Jai. So just in terms of, before we commence our discourse this morning, a few instructional bits of information. As was indicated, we are observing Navaratri from Tuesday coming, that's the 9th of April. And we will be having satsang every evening. Puja will start just before 6 p.m. You are invited to be here by 6 p.m. and everyone who comes will have the opportunity to charhawi, to engage in havan, as we engage in kirtan, as we engage in the singing of Chalisa, and as we engage in meditation as well. So these evening satsangs will take place from the evening of the 9th, continuing each and every evening. And on the 15th, we'll be celebrating Durga Ashtami. That will be a very special evening, and again, we extend invitation to you and your family members and loved ones. On the 16th, which is the Naumi, we will be adjusting our normal practices slightly. Instead of observing Ram Navami during the middle of the day, and that has presented certain challenges, particularly for those who attend school and those persons who are at work and so on, in addition to which the area, because of the school activities and so on, tends to be a bit hectic to get parking and so on. So we will be having the Bedi Puja, where we culminate Puja to the Divine Mother, and that will commence at 4:30. And immediately concluding that puja, we will immediately begin Palana Puja. So it is hoped that our session on the Tuesday evening, and that's the 16th of April, will run from about 4:30 to 7 p.m. latest. We will be having bhojan for persons as we complete that evening, so you're invited to attend and to share that information as well. So just reminder, from the 9th straight on until the 15th every evening from 6 p.m. and then on the 16th, puja from 4:30 going straight on to about 7, where we will conclude Devi Puja and we will be observing Ram Navami in addition. So just bits of information that you'd want to share. At this juncture, I'd want to welcome to the podium to deliver our pravachan this morning someone who is absolutely no stranger to us. His discourses in the past have been enlightening, uplifting, and inspirational to say the least. And I invite to the podium now to deliver our pravachan this morning, Pandit Anil Maharaj. Please welcome him with a round of applause.
Om Gam Ganapataye Namaha. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Sitram, everyone. Well, as we are on the cusp of the new year, the Hindu New Year, and we are also celebrating Navratri, it is most fitting that the group would have sung the Hanuman Chalisa, the Durga Chalisa. Thank you. So today, I would like to discuss what the new year is about. I'd like to discuss the power of Durga, and that is the theme for this discussion, the power of Durga. And why Durga? Why at the start of the new year? And how does it affect us as individuals, our body, mind, and intellect? So I would like to thank my brother, Pandit Rudy, for asking me to speak at this time. It is indeed a most wonderful occasion. So let us start our story drawing from the pages of the Mahabharata, drawing from the pages of the Devi Bhagavatam. And what better place to start than from the Sandhya? Remember, sometimes you would say the Sandhya on a Sunday. So the Sandhya, one of the very important verses of the Sandhya, is the tendency for creation arose in the mind of the Creator. Then came chaos, subtle water. So Bhagwan exists in two aspects, with form, the forms that you see here, and then without form. So before creation occurred, Bhagwan existed without form. And then the tendency for creation arose, that creative energy arose. And at that point in time, there was a split, and forms were created. That split was in two parts, masculine and feminine, not male and female, masculine and feminine. The masculine form was called Purush, the feminine form, Prakriti. At that point in time, when the tendency of creation arose in the mind of the Creator, there was chaos. Chaos means a loud sound, and that sound was Om. The Big Bang, Om. And at that point in time, the elements of the earth, Akash, Agni, Vayu, Jal, Prithvi, so space, air, fire, wind, earth, were created and all started to vibrate with the frequency of Om. Everything. And the planet started to form. And because it was formed with such a powerful explosion of force, it was scattered throughout the universe. At that point in time as well, when Purush and Prakriti were created, that sound was created, Bhagwan manifested itself into different forms with attributes. The first was Bhagwan Sri Krishna, the ultimate ancient form. And then from the left side of Sri Krishna emerged the feminine aspects. First was Durga, Lakshmi, Saraswati, Radha, Gayatri. Then from the right side emerged Sri Vishnu and all of the manifestations of Sri Vishnu. From the 5 Devis, Durga, Lakshmi, Saraswati, Radha, Gayatri, other female or feminine forms emerged. Dharati Mata, Ganga Mata, all of it was created. From Sri Vishnu, his incarnations occurred, including Sri Ram. And then all of the Devatas, Agni Devata, Surya Devata, Indra Devata, started to form. Each form having a specific duty. Vayu Devata, for example, oversees all of the what is called the Sapta winds, 49 different winds in creation. Surya Devata in charge of the sun and the radiance of that heat and light. So from Sri Krishna, all of this emerged. So when Sri Krishna manifests himself as brilliance of intellect and speech, we call that Saraswati Mata. When he manifests himself as strength, courage, pure intellect, Hanumanji. When he manifests himself as that power to dissolve, Lord Krishna, Lord Shiva. So Sri Krishna manifests himself as himself, and then, depending on the function, manifests himself in other forms, but they're all one. So praying to Durga Mata ultimately is praying to Sri Krishna. Praying to Sri Krishna is ultimately Durga Mata, but different forms and attributes depending on the function. So when this creation was made, Om was that vibration force. Sound came before light. That sound vibrated through all of creation. And the universe and the planets, the sun, the moons, and all of that started to take place. So this earth revolves around the axis. The moon revolves around the earth moves around the sun, all of the planets revolve around the sun revolves around its own axis. When we are born in a particular place and time, geographic location, into a particular family, and then the Pandit gives us a name, a Rasi name, but it is not really a name, it's a syllable that represents the vibrational frequencies that occurred at the time of our birth. So a Rasi name is not a name, but it is a very sacred and secret syllable that coincides with when we were born and the planetary alignments and the vibrations that occurred in the universe at that point in time. But unfortunately, or fortunately, from that time of birth, when we were vibrating with the same frequency as that syllable, and that same frequency as the universe, as we progress over time, our vibration changes. And when we get worn down by the challenges, the troubles of life, that vibration diminishes. And we forget who we are. We forget who we are. So let's take this example. If we could close our eyes. Take a deep breath. Think back to the time of you as a child, your earliest memory as a child. Keep breathing deeply. Your first memory as a child. Think about how life was then. Think about learning your first mantra. Then think about as you are growing, learning other things, learning mantras, approaching the age of 10 and 11, still breathing deeply. Keep thinking as you progress through life to your teens, then into your early adulthood, 2021. Think about the mantra, your vibration, how it has changed. Think about whether the rituals you have been doing have changed. Then, as you approach for those who are married, and then moving into the senior years. So we could open our eyes now. So in the beginning, there was a tendency of creation. Then came chaos and subtle water. Subtle water refers to the elements. There was that vibrational frequency that created everything. This table, this microphone, this phone, everything is vibrating with that frequency. And then we were born at a particular place and time, geographical location, given a name, a syllable, actually, that reflects the time of our birth in alignment with creation. We were born, become a toddler. Our awareness was to ourselves only. We want this toy, we want food. We were not thinking about social welfare, social happiness, and so on. We were thinking about ourselves, our happiness for ourselves. Then as we progressed and matured, our awareness started moving from ourselves to the outside world. Common entrance, SEA, so on. And then our parents would have given us one mantra. And then suddenly, as we get into the 13s, we started learning many mantras. And then when we get into 2021 and so on, 30s into 40s, we started expanding the rituals and mantras. As we have a graha, we have to do graha puja. We may be advised to do puja to Durga Mata, Lord Shiva, Hanumanji, Sri Krishna, right? The number of rituals have expanded significantly based upon our friction that we are facing in life. And then as we start to get older and more senior, sometimes the rituals that we were doing tend to become very difficult. Through the wear and tear of the body, through the wear and tear of the mind, the thoughts, we no longer have the appetite or the capacity to do those rituals. So the rituals that we were once serving now becomes very heavy for us. And we start to drop it. We could no longer have the energy to offer jala in the morning. Now we are saying, hey, Bhagwan, I'll leave the flower on the tree. It's yours in any event. I will not pick it to offer. So the rituals that were once meant to serve us, especially in the 20s, 30s, 40s, we find that we are now serving the rituals. So worship which is sattvic suddenly becomes rajasic, becomes less effective. And that is where Durga Mata comes in. So as we move according to our own inclinations, as we face different challenges in life, we find that we tend to gravitate and dilute our focus. A child is very much focused on that one mantra, that one event, himself or herself. A senior person suddenly shifts awareness back to himself or herself, just like a child. Simple. So as we move forward in life and in age, we find that our vibrational frequencies change and it becomes diluted. We chase after everything. We want good health, we want financial income, we want the best for our children, we don't want to be alone, we want to be brighter, and we therefore do things to achieve that. And in doing so, we forget ourselves and we lose our effectiveness in our worship. That is why our Dharma, that is why the Hindu religion is so powerful. Because whenever there's a festival like Navaratri, it gets us back to our original tendencies. We were once vibrating at a very high frequency. When those frequencies are diminished, when we face obstacles in life, we have a festival, Navaratri. When we chant Om Dum Durgaye Namaha, the body, mind, and intellect starts to vibrate with that same frequency. That is why repetition is so important. After Navaratri, Sri Ram, how wonderful it is, Hanumanji. So whenever we dilute that frequency, we come back. We come back. And that is why coming to the mandir is so important, because it restores and fine-tunes this performance instrument called the body, mind, and intellect. And that is the power of Durga. Durga is the creative force. Shiva, Lord Shiva, Bhagwan Shiv, however we may wish to address him, is inert without Durga. In the Devi Bhagavatam, Durga Mata describes herself as that power, that Shakti, that lightning that resides in the chest of Sri Krishna. And in all of her manifestations, Sri Krishna is inert without the Shakti. So we are here on the cusp of the new year. We are on the cusp of a renewal. We're on the cusp of where we are celebrating the greatest tradition in all of humanity, Navaratri. We're on the cusp where we are now about to enter into a world and a time when we find the power of ourselves. We regain the power of ourselves. To get back to our true nature. To realign that vibrational frequency to the power that it is. Such is the beauty and power of Durga. We look at Shiv Bhagwan, we look at Hanumanji, we look at Sri Krishna, you have the Shakti pervading through everything. Durga Mata stands before us with all of those weapons. Those weapons are to be used first and foremost upon us. Eliminating those negative tendencies, eliminating that pull towards the objects of our desire, saying, work, the objects will come to you. And then working towards eliminating the negativity around us, whether that's in circumstances or whether that's in people. Where people not favorable towards us get repelled, and a few who are favorable towards us come to us. Sri Ram, before he could defeat Ravan, had to do puja to Durga Mata. And he prayed to Durga Mata as his own mother. Sri Krishna and Arjuna on the battlefield of Kurukshetra, Arjuna asked, "Hey Bhagwan, what should we do before we embark on this battle?" Sri Krishna said, "Pray to Durga Mata." This is not just another festival. Durga is supreme. Durga is mother. She is Dharati. She is Ganga. She is all the masculine forms which cannot survive without that energy of Durga. Durga means irresistible, cannot be defeated, a fortress. When you say Om Dum Durgaye Namaha repeatedly, that mantra creates that sound. That sound becomes your kavach, that armor, that weapon that protects you and heals you. But for it to work, we must believe. And that's the biggest difference between being a child and us as an adult. A child believes first and then understands. An adult has to understand first and then believe. In our dharma, we have to believe first, and then the understanding will come. And that is why we are so beautiful as a people. Dharati Mata, Dharati Pita, Ma, Dharati. You are mother, you are father. All of this is Durga. So this breeze that pervades the whole universe, this force, this vibration that permeates everything, animate and inanimate, a rock, a mosquito, a horse, a tree, humans, all of this is Shakti. All of this is Atman. All of this is the energy of Krishna, which is Durga. Not male or female, but masculine and feminine. Durga. The great Bhagwan Sri Krishna says, Arjuna, you have me as your charioteer, but you have to pray to Sri Krishna, but you have to pray to Durga Mata. Why? Navaratri is not another festival. Navaratri is finding you and your source of power. How great is our Dharma? It is said that when one is in great difficulty, and all of the names of Durga Mata refers to difficulty and the elimination of difficulty. Each name represents a way to destroy a problem in life. It is said that one of the greatest ways of worshiping Durga is to recite her 32 names. And it is said that there's nothing more pleasing to Devi than to hear her names. So I'd like to ask Vasu to come and help me recite those 32 names.
Sitaram, everyone. The following recitation is a powerful mantra that consists of 32 names that describe the various attributes of Durga Mata. Om Durga, Durgarti Shamani, Durga Padvini Varini, Durga Machedini, Durga Sadhini, Durga Nashini, Durga Todharini, Durga Nihantri, Durgam Apaha, Durgam Jnanada, Durga Daichaloka Davanala, Durgama, Durgamaloka, Durga Atma Swarupini, Durgam Argaprada, Durgam Vidya, Durgam Asrita, Durgam Jnana Samsthana, Durgam Dhyana Bhasini, Durga Moha, Durgamaga, Durgam Artha Swarupini, Durgam Asura Samhantri, Durgam Ayudhadharini, Durgamangi, Durgamata, Durgamaya, Durgam Ishwari, Durga Bhima, Durga Bhama, Durga Bha, Durga Darini, Om Dum Durgaya Namaha.
Thank you, Vasu. These 32 names are like a garland of mantras that we put around the neck of Durga Mata. When Brahma, Vishnu, Mahesh are in any difficulty, they chant the 32 names of Durga. When we pray to any entity, indirectly everything goes to Bhagwan Sri Krishna, and on the chest of Sri Krishna there is none other than Durga, according to the Devi Bhagavatam. Sri Krishna refers to Durga Mata as his sister. Durga Mata refers to Bhagwan Sri Krishna as her elder brother. There's no difference, although our eyes will see the different shapes and forms, in reality it is one. So as we begin this new year, it is incumbent upon us, in whatever space we operate in, either if we are at home, we are at school, we are working, members of society. This is a time for us, individually and collectively, to bow and pray to Durga Mata. This is a time for us to realize our power. Sri Krishna guided Arjuna pray to Durga Mata. Arjuna, such a brilliant student that he is, chanted the Durga Stuti. And I would like to now go through a couple of the shlokas of the Durga Stuti to explain how Arjuna, even though he had Sri Krishna at his side, even though he had the most powerful warriors with him, he still needed to pray to Durga Mata. It was Durga Mata who said, pray first to Sri Ganesh. How wonderful she is. How wonderful and compassionate she is. She never said, pray to me first. So Arjuna, and there are several shlokas, but we'll chant just a couple, made a clay murti of Durga Mata in the presence of Bhagwan Shiv, or Bhagwan Sri Krishna. Arjuna recited, Swaha Kara Swarha Chaiva Kala Kasta Saraswati Savitri Veda Mata Cha Tata Vedantar Atmana. Hey Mata, you are the sound of Swaha in the fire. You are Swarha when we're offering to the Pitris. You are superior to time. In fact, you are that which creates time. You are Saraswati, the goddess of speech and learning. You are Savitri. You are the mother of the Vedas. You are the author of the Vedas. You are the Atman, that pervading energy that inspires the Vedas. Stuta Sitvam Mahadevi Vishuddhina Taratmana Jayo Bhavatu Me Nityam Tat Prasadarana Jire. Hey Durga, I am praying to you with a pure heart. Hey Mata, treat me as a mother treats her child. Let victory be mine every day by your blessing. O goddess of the battlefield, of the physical battlefield and the battlefield of the mind. Om Kantarabhya Durgeshu Bhaktanam Chalayeshu Cha Nityam Vasasi Pratale Yudhe Jayasi Danavan. Hey Durga, you are the one who leads devotees through their fears, through all obstacles. You destroy the obstacles. And the obstacles we must face, you are there at our side, making it easier to overcome. O Goddess, you win over all the negative forces who live and surround us and are yet to come. You destroy them. Om Tvam Jambhani Mohini Cha Maya Hri Shri Tadeva Cha Sandhya Prabhavati Chaiva Savrichi Janani Tata. Durga, you are the destroyer, the enchanter. You are charming. You are destructive. You are the illusion. You are Maya. You are the chance. You are the energy behind all mantras. You are Hreem, Shreem, Kleem. You are dusk. You are dawn. You are the bestower of luster, meaning that shining brilliance that we see. You are Savitri. You are the mother of all creation. Hey Durga, please accept this offering. Hey Durga, I do not know what will happen on the battlefield of life. Hey Durga, I do not know the outcome. Hey Durga, I do not know whether my actions are appropriate or not. Hey Durga, I do not know if my judgment will be sound. But I dedicate my actions to you, Durga, to you, Mata. On this eve of this new year, I dedicate everything to you. Mata, I dedicate my forgetfulness of your name to you also, because there will be times when I do not remember you. But I dedicate that to you also, so that you may always be with me. Hey, Mata, help me to remember that there's no need for me to call your name because you are always within me. You are my Atman. You are that which gives me tejas. You are that which gives me that glow, that energy. Even though I may have aches and pains, even though I may have that distress, hey Durga, manifest yourself so I may be powerful to stand up and move forward. So as we come together to celebrate this most wonderful occasion, we must remember Durga Mata. And we must remember that even though we may have an Ish Devata, Hanumanji, Lord Shiva, whatever form we may gravitate to, it is not a distraction to dedicate and pray to Durga Mata. Praying to Durga Mata gives you everything. It is not a dilution in worship. These festivals, Navratri, Ram Navami, Sri Krishna Janmashtami, Sri Ganesh Utsav, are a continuation to get our vibrational frequency back to where it needs to be. The same way when we are driving a car, we find that the tires need to be rotated and aligned. Similarly, when we drive this body, mind, and intellect, it needs to be constantly tuned because we are sometimes worn down by the friction of life. We go through sometimes bumpy roads that throws off our alignment. That is why we have so many festivals to get our vibrational frequencies back to the universe, to get it back to Om, to get it back to the Atman, to get it back to Durga. We are no ordinary people. As I've said before, we stand on the shoulders of our Pitris, our ancestors. We stand on the shoulders of our parents. We have the Ramayana, Bhagavad Gita, all of our texts. And above all, we have our intellect. There is nothing in this creation, in this world, that could come at us that we cannot overcome. That is the law of karma. Nothing comes to you that you cannot overcome. But we need help. And that help comes in the form of Durga. When a child calls his mother's name or her mother's name in earnest, that mother has no choice but to come, but you need to call the name. You must call the name. Higher than the form is the name of Bhagwan. And that name is Durga, the fortress, that power, that Shakti, that permeates everything. This period is when that vibrational frequency is most conducive to praying to Durga Mata. But we have to keep chanting her name and her mantras constantly to get our vibrational frequency back in alignment, or to make it even stronger for those who are already on that path. So in the beginning of creation, that tendency arose in the mind of the Creator. Then came chaos, subtle water, and then everything manifests itself. Such is the power of Durga. The power to renew, the power to create, the power to remember our own power as an individual and as a people. And that is this mandir. That is you. That is all of us. So as we take our move forward into this period of time, whether you wish to call it New Year or not, just call it one thing: Durga. Sitaram, everyone.
Thank you very much, Pandit Anil, for that very enlightening, very uplifting discourse that leads us into the Navratri period. Do we believe?
Yes.
Not hearing you. Do we believe?
Yes.
Yes. So it is important for us, as Pandit Anil has said, for us to believe first. And very often that self-doubt is what creates the obstacles in our way. So as we come forward and offer our arati, as we offer our puja to Bhagwan, let us continue to believe.
We join in reciting the mantras of the Bhavani Ashtakam. Na tatu na mata, na bandhu na data, na putro na putri, na bhartyo na bharta, na jaya na vidya, na vrirtirmameva, gatiswam gatiswam Tvameka Bhavani Bhavabdapari Mahadukabhiro Prapata Prakami Pralobhi Pramatah
गम गम गणपति जय जयकार, अष्टविनायक जय जयकार।
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 विघ्नेश्वरा मोरेश्वरा,
विघ्नेश्वरा मोरेश्वरा, महिमा तुझा रे अपरंपार। गम गम गणपति जय जयकार, अष्टविनायक जय जयकार। गम गम गणपति जय जयकार, अष्टविनायक जय जयकार।
गणनायक तो देव गजानन, लंबोदर तो पार्वती नंदन।
गणनायक तू देव गजानन, लंबोदर तू पार्वती नंदन। वरद विनायक सिद्धि विनायक, वरद विनायक सिद्धि विनायक, महिमा तुझा रे अपरंपार। गम गम गणपति जय जयकार, अष्टविनायक जय जयकार। गम गम गणपति जय जयकार, अष्टविनायक जय जयकार।
शूपकर्ण का सिंदूर वदना, एक दंत तो मूषक वहना।
शुभ कर्ण का सिंदूर वदना, एक दंत तो मूषक वहना। महागणपति वल्लाळेश्वर, महागणपति वल्लाळेश्वर, महिमा तुझा रे अपरंपार। गम गम गणपति जय जयकार, अष्टविनायक जय जयकार। गम गम गणपति जय जयकार, अष्टविनायक जय जयकार।
हिरंबा तो सुख करता रे, ओंकारा तो दुख हरता रे।
हेरंबा तू सुख करता रे, ओंकारा तू दुख हरता रे। हे चिंतामणि हे लेनारी, हे चिंतामणि हे लेनारी, महिमा तुझा रे अपरंपार। गम गम गणपति जय जयकार, अष्टविनायक जय जयकार। गम गम गणपति जय जयकार, अष्टविनायक जय जयकार। विघ्नेश्वरा मोरेश्वरा, विघ्नेश्वरा मोरेश्वरा, महिमा तुझा रे अपरंपार। गम गम गणपति जय जयकार, अष्टविनायक जय जयकार। गम गम गणपति जय जयकार, अष्टविनायक जय जयकार, अष्टविनायक जय जयकार, अष्टविनायक जय जयकार।
मासतो मा सद्गमे, तमसो मा ज्योतिर्गमे।
मासतो मा सरगमय, तमसो मा ज्योतिर्गमय।
मासतो मा सद्गमे, तमसो मा
सरता पर भी करो प्रहार
सदा ज्योत के ही हो जय
तमसो मा ज्योतिर्गमय मासतो मा सरगमय तमसो मा ज्योतिर्गमय
करो तृप्त मां ज्ञान शुदा लेकर आश्रय प्रेम सुना
करो तृप्त मां ज्ञान सुधा
आश्रय
प्रेम सुधा
कर दो जीवन अमृत में
तमसो मा ज्योतिर्गमय मासतो मा सरगमय तमसो मा ज्योतिर्गमय
जीवन में दुख रहे न ले स्वर्ग बने वसुधारे
जीवन में दुख रहे न लेश स्वर्ग बने वसुधारे
सांस सांस हो मंगल में
तमसो मा ज्योतिर्गमय मासतो मा सरगमय तमसो मा ज्योतिर्गमय मासतो मा सरगमय तमसो मा ज्योतिर्गमय
तमसो मा ज्योतिर्गमय
तमसो मा ज्योतिर्गमय गोविंदा गोपाल प्रभु गिरिधारी
गोविंदा गोपाल प्रभु गिरिधारी
गोविंदा गोपाल प्रभु गिरिधारी
गोविंदा गोपाल प्रभु गिरिधारी
गोविंदा गोपाल हृदय विहारी
गोविंदा गोपाल हृदय विहारी
गोविंदा गोपाल हृदय विहारी
गोविंदा गोपाल हृदय विहारी
गोविंदा गोपाल प्रभु गिरधारी
गोविंदा गोपाल प्रभु गिरिधारी
गोविंदा गोपाल प्रभु गिरधारी
गोविंदा गोपाल प्रभु गिरिधारी
नंद की बाला नवनीत छोड़ा
नंद की बाला नवनीत जोड़ा
नंद की बाला नवनीत छोड़ा
नंद की बाला नवनीत जोड़ा
परती विहारा बराचित चोरा
पड़ती विहारा बराचित जोड़ा
परती विहारा बराचित चोरा
पड़ती विहारा बराचित जोड़ा
गोविंदा गोपाल प्रभु गिरधारी
गोविंदा गोपाल प्रभु गिरिधारी
गोविंदा गोपाल प्रभु गिरधारी
गोविंदा गोपाल प्रभु गिरिधारी
गोविंदा गोपाल हृदय विहारी
गोविंदा गोपाल हृदय विहारी
गोविंदा गोपाल हृदय विहारी
गोविंदा गोपाल हृदय विहारी
गोविंदा गोपाल प्रभु गिरधारी
गोविंदा गोपाल प्रभु गिरिधारी
गोविंदा गोपाल प्रभु गिरधारी
गोविंदा गोपाल प्रभु गिरिधारी
नंद की बाला नवनीत छोड़ा
नंद की बाला नवनीत जोड़ा
नंद की बाला नवनीत छोड़ा
नंद की बाला नवनीत जोड़ा
परती विहारा बराचित चोरा
पड़ती विहारा बराचित जोड़ा
परती विहारा कृष्णा जय हरे कृष्णा गोवर्धन गिरिधारी
जय हरे कृष्णा गोवर्धन गिरिधारी
राधा मोहन राधा जीवन
राधा मोहन राधा जीवन
राधा मोहन राधा जीवन
राधा मोहन राधा जीवन
मंगल कुंज विहारी
मंगल कुंज विहारी
बोलो मंगल कुंज विहारी
मंगल कुंज विहारी
ओम जय हरे कृष्णा गोवर्धन गिरिधारी जय हरे कृष्णा गोवर्धन गिरिधारी राधा मोहन राधा जीवन
राधा मोहन राधा जीवन
राधा मोहन राधा जीवन
राधा मोहन राधा जीवन
मंगल कुंज विहारी
मंगल कुंज विहारी
बोलो मंगल कुंज विहारी
मंगल कुंज विहारी
जय हरे कृष्णा गोवर्धन गिरिधारी जय हरे कृष्णा गोवर्धन गिरिधारी जय हरे कृष्णा गोवर्धन गिरिधारी जय हरे कृष्णा गोवर्धन गिरिधारी
Prem Smoli Bindraban Bihari Lal Ki Jai. Before I invite Mitra to the podium, at this juncture I'd like to invite Auntie Sati to come forward. This is concerning the upcoming fundraiser of the Sri Sivak Sabha. And as she makes her way forward to the podium this morning, I want to, there are many families and individuals that contribute significantly to the Mandir and to the activities of the Mandir, and they do so in a very quiet but in a very focused and deliberate way. And very often we come on a Sunday and we don't understand the efforts that go behind the scenes sometimes. And this morning, there's a family in particular that does a lot of work in the Mandir, entire family, in terms of the maintenance of the Mandir, whether it be the grounds, the inside, and so on of the Mandir. And this morning, I want to express our gratitude and profound thanks to Ricky and Anne Sagram Singh for their tremendous efforts in terms of all of the things that they do at the Mandir. Ricky is a licensed electrician and does a lot of the electrical work here at the Mandir very quietly during the week. Anne and her family assist us tremendously in the Mandir, out of the Mandir, with the flowers, with the landscaping and so on. So we do appreciate the efforts. And there are many, many more families. So don't for one moment think that our efforts go unnoticed. In fact, they are noticed and they're very, very much appreciated. So thank you, Anne and Ricky, once more, and your entire family. I want to hand over now to Auntie Sati, and then we'll have Mitra thereafter.
Sitaram, two brief announcements from the Sri Sevak Sabha. First of all, the fundraiser before the fundraiser. So the boys were going to get on the screen for me the cake sale event on the 21st of this month, 2 weeks from today, Sunday morning, right here. And we can take your orders today if you would like, or you can phone your orders in to Suzanne or to Flair. Let's see if we could get that flyer up on the screen. So this is the fundraiser before the big fundraiser, which I'll tell you about briefly. Now remember, all cakes and pastries, perfectly vegetarian. There we are. Very good prices as well, and will be made by perfectly competent bakers. So have no fear. Please support our cake and bake sale on the 21st of April, 2 weeks from today. The second announcement, more important, because that's our big fundraiser, is our Mother's Day tea party to be held on Saturday, 11th of May. Now, previous announcements would have said that the event was on the 5th of May. I need to correct that date. We were forced to change it because of activities in this area, Oltec, San Fernando West is having a big event on that day. So we have changed the date to the day before Mother's Day, Saturday, 11th of May. And how perfect a tea party on that day. Now you don't have to worry about what present to give to your mom, those of you who are blessed to have your mothers. Just give the gift of a tea party ticket. We look forward to seeing all of you there. Gentlemen, of course, you are very welcome. It's not a ladies alone function. The tea party ticket, is that going up as well, Amra? So that's the 21st of May. 21st of April, but remember the tea party tickets are available, $150. Okay, so that date is being changed to Saturday, 11th of May. So we hope to see all of you. Every member here has tickets, and a whole lot of tickets floating around. So please approach us and patronize our event. Thank you so much.
Thank you very much, Auntie Satya. Now invite Mitra to the podium.
Sitaram devotees. Sitaram devotees. I followed the name breakfast this morning. So welcome to each and every one of you here to our Sunday morning service. We do have some new faces I'm seeing around and some that have been here after some period of absence. So welcome and welcome back. Hope to see you guys in the upcoming weeks. For anyone celebrating their birthday this upcoming week or any anniversary this upcoming week, happy birthday, happy anniversary to you, and Bhagwan's choices, blessings to you. Anybody celebrating their birthday that we know of? Okay. For those of you who wish to make donations, whether it be in cash or kind, can see Auntie Neela or Uncle Gangadine in the office after service. And anyone wishing to perform puja could also give your names in the office after service as well. Tomorrow there will be yoga class right here in the upstairs of the annex. That will be starting at 5:30. So those of you who are interested in attending the yoga class can see Uncle Mukesh in the back and give your names to him. Thanks to Uncle Anil for that excellent discourse this morning. As usual, let's have a round of applause for that. Always excellently breaking down and explaining a high-level discourse to us here. And thank you to Vasudha for expertly leading us through those mantras. Yes, you can give her a round of applause too. Last week Sunday, we had the revival of the Chowtal group, and there were a lot of persons instrumental in reviving the Chowtal group. And we just want to commend those persons in bringing back the Chowtal group. It was a very enjoyable day. Everyone who was there had a great time. We attended the the Pandavas Pagwa celebration, and we rendered 3 Chowtals. Uncle Surin gave his infamous rendition of Rangabadase, which was very well enjoyed by the audience there. Just want to specially mention, in the absence of Jaya, Sharvani and Shruti, who stepped up and took lead of the Chowtal group, and we want to give them a round of applause for doing that and taking up that charge. So as Pandit mentioned throughout the discourse throughout the day this morning, Navratam will be starting on the 9th of April, which is this coming Tuesday. We will have daily evening pujas here at 6 p.m. Durgashtami will be followed on the 15th of April, and Ram Navami celebrations will be the 16th of April. Right, so keep those dates in mind. Ram Navami will start at 4:30, and the Navratam and Durgashtami celebrations will be at 6 p.m. Hanuman Jayanti will also follow on the 23rd, and details will come in the coming weeks to the information on that. There's a gentle reminder as well to all the registered members of the temple. Just a reminder to update your annual fees. Those fees go a long way in keeping the maintenance of the beautiful building that you see here. So Sitaram, everybody, enjoy the rest of the week.
Thank you very much, Mitra. Can we now stand for final arati and closing prayer?
Om Jai Jagadish Hari स्वामी जय जगदीश हरि। भक्त जनों के संकट, दास जनों के संकट, क्षण में दूर करी। ओम जय जगदीश हरि। जो ध्यावे फल पावे, दुख बिन से मन का। स्वामी दुख बिन से मन का। सुख संपत्ति घर आवे, सुख संपत्ति घर आवे, कष्ट बीते तन का। ओम जय जगदीश हरि। मात पिता तुम मेरे, शरण कहूँ किसकी। स्वामी शरण कहूँ किसकी। तुम बिन और न दूजा, तुम बिन और न दूजा, आश करो जिसकी। ओम जय जगदीश हरि। तुम पूर्ण परमात्मा, तुम अंतर्यामी। स्वामी तुम अंतर्यामी। पार ब्रह्म परमेश्वर, पार ब्रह्म परमेश्वर, तुम सबके स्वामी। ओम जय जगदीश हरि। तुम करुणा के सागर, तुम पालन करता। स्वामी तुम पालन करता। हम सेवक तुम स्वामी, हम सेवक तुम स्वामी, कृपा करो भरता। ओम जय जगदीश हरि। तुम हो एक अगोचर, सबके प्राणपति। स्वामी सबके प्राणपति। किस विधि मिलो दयामय, किस विधि मिलो दयामय, तुमको मैं घुमती। ओम जय जगदीश हरि। दीन बंधु दुख हरता, तुम रक्षक मेरे। स्वामी तुम रक्षक मेरे। अपने हाथ उठाओ, अपने हाथ उठाओ, द्वार पर आ तेरे। ओम जय जगदीश हरि। ओम जय जगदीश हरि। स्वामी जय जगदीश हरि। भक्त जनों के संकट, दास जनों के संकट, क्षण में दूर करे। ओम जय जगदीश हरि। ओम जय जगदीश हरि। ओम जय जगदीश हरि।
Hari Om. As we conclude our puja and our satsang this morning, we surrender ourselves completely to you, Prabhu. You are omniscient, you are omnipotent, you are all merciful, you are all compassionate. This morning we pray in a special way for persons who may be ill, persons who may be ailing in some way, afflicted with some illness or disease. May you restore them once more to good health. We pray for persons who may have lost a loved one. We ask you to provide that strength and that solace to them, so that they will once more be able to realize your majesty. For those persons who are directed upon a path of criminality and deviant behavior, we ask you, Prabhu, to redirect their heart, their mind, and their actions so that they could draw themselves closer to you. For you, O Lord, are mother, you are father, you are family, you are friend, you are knowledge, you are wealth, you are everything to us. We join in one voice now as we conclude in mantra this morning. Hari Om Tvameva Mata Cha Pita Tvameva Tvameva Bandhu Cha Seka Tvameva Tvameva Vidya Dravinam Tvameva Tvameva Sarvam Mama Deva Deva Om Asato Ma Sargamaya Tamaso Ma Jyotirgamaya Mrityurama Amritam Gamaya Om Shanti 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 Hari Om प्रेम से बोले श्री गणेश भगवान की जय, उमापति महादेव की जय, वृंदावन बिहारी लाल की जय, आज शक्ति जगदम्बा देवी मैया की जय, श्री पवन पुत्र हनुमान की, प्रेम से बोले श्री सच्चे सनातन धर्म की जय। Children around you, सब कोई जय जय सीताराम. Have a very safe, very powerful, productive week ahead. We look forward to seeing you all with us Tuesday evening from 6 p.m. as we commence our Navaratri celebrations. Jai Sitaram, everyone.